Guys, I'm really excited. I'm sure you've heard of the Startup Playbook, one of the most listened to iTunes podcasts going around. Well, Rohit actually has a full-time job at Amazon and AWS, and he's going to join us on the vlog today. Guys, welcome back to the vlog. You know this guy. He was in my stream. He's constantly in my stream with the Startup Playbook, which is an awesome podcast, which I highly recommend. Links in the description below. Rohit, Startup Playbook, but also actually part of AWS. And here at Creative Cubes, we have a ton of things going on with AWS. We have a great relationship and something we're really proud of. AWS actually sponsored a seat here for a startup to come and work from. And so really proud and glad to have you on the vlog.
Toby, likewise. I think you're constantly in my stream with your vlog and content as well. So great to be on, and thanks for inviting me.
Thank you. Your podcast, 5 years old, 145 episodes. How has it transformed over the last 5 years? I remember talking a little bit earlier how you went to number 3 on Apple's iTunes. Has that momentum stayed up there?
Yeah, so I was very fortunate when I started the podcast. There wasn't the proliferation of podcasts that there are now. So got very lucky with the timing, and obviously there weren't a whole heap of podcasts that were focusing on startups with an Australian context. A lot of the content was more US centric, and so that kind of helped propel podcasts at a time when, to be honest, I didn't really know if anyone would really listen. And over time, we were, again, sort of talking about this a little bit earlier. The thing with content is it just takes time to kind of build up, and you have the ups and downs. But it's been really interesting to kind of see how that, the growth of the show is really sort of compounded over time. Yeah,
fantastic. So, one of the things that sort of strikes me a lot is you have some really awesome guests on the show. More recently, I've seen Gabby and Hezzy's book, Catch of the Decades, either in the foreground or the background. Some of the highlights along the journey of the 145 episodes.
Yeah, in terms of guests, obviously last year I feel was a bit of an inflection point as well. So had people like Malcolm Turnbull on, had DHH, who co-founder of Basecamp and quite well-known sort of personality, Cal Henderson, who's a co-founder and CTO of Slack. It's just, again, it's kind of really interesting where, especially when you're starting things out, a lot of the effort and energy goes into, will anyone ever come on this podcast?
Totally.
And will people say yes? And how will you convince people to kind of give you their time? Again, it's just been really interesting to kind of see how things have sort of evolved, and obviously there's a lot more sort of inbound interest now. Yeah,
amazing. And so you said there was an inflection point, COVID related? The fact that people are just looking for stuff to listen to?
A little bit. Also for me, I had been doing the show weekly for about 3.5 years. And to be honest, I was completely burnt out. I was running a business on the side and all those sort of things as well. And I just took a 9-month break. I just needed to kind of, I got to a stage where the podcast became more of a thing that I could deliver each week versus something that I really enjoy doing.
Understood.
And I think having taken that 9 months off, I really sort of realized that if I was going to bring it back, I wanted it to be the reason why I started. And just make it kind of fun and interesting, and doing things that kind of excited me, and speaking to the type of people that I wanted to speak to as well.
Awesome. So, I'm a huge fan of Casey Neistat.
Huge fan of Casey Neistat,
and he echoed a lot about that, right? In fact, I used to get annoyed as a viewer and a fan when he didn't post. And then it comes out later that he is now not doing it out of desire, but he was doing it out of obligation. And now we very rarely hear from him. I'm still a subscriber to his channel. It's very rare that but he puts a video out and has 15 million views very, very quickly. Have you got that fire back now?
Yeah, and to be honest, obviously Casey's on a completely different level. Daily vlogging for, I think it was 3 years, 3 or 4 years back to back. It's insane. And the quality of his content and so was incredible each time. But, I think for me, again, very similarly, I felt like there was this expectation to put the same kind of content out every week. And it just got to a stage where, again, it wasn't something that I was putting effort and energy into creating the right type of content, having the right type of guests and all of those sort of things. I think having had that break and sort of I remember even deciding to come back, I was like, will anyone even remember the show? Will anyone tune in now? And all those sort of things. And again, it's been interesting to see how much better the podcast has become and being able to kind of take it back to, just doing the things that I enjoy and doing the things that I love and hopefully the things that the listeners of the show enjoy as well.
Yeah, awesome. And your full-time job at the moment is with AWS. You're doing some really cool things in the startup sector.
Yeah, first job I've had in a very long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, get to do a lot of what I've been doing on my own last few years is just supporting founders. So a lot of my role at AWS at the moment is part of the startup team. Kind of helping to build and grow the ecosystem. We do that through the Activate program, which Cubes is a partner of.
Big time.
So providing credits to startups, but also finding ways that we can help companies grow above and beyond just the credits as well. So finding ways that we can add value through programmatic ways, through content, through introductions both internally and externally as well.
Yeah. Guys, you got to tune into this. He's got some amazing guests, but more often than not, he's just got some amazing content. And I've got a lot of appreciation and respect for what you do. Also, I'm really grateful that AWS has got you on the team, helping the startup, helping the ecosystem grow and thrive. And if you don't know, now you know. Guys, thank you so much.
Toby, thank you so much for having me, and likewise, love the vlogs, mate.
Thank you.
Keep it going.